Good to have you in. Kevin Durant takes more heat and responds to more of it than any great player in basketball history. As you know, I thought he was trapped with Russell Westbrook. I thought he had to leave. Totally defended him leaving. Was shocked that he ended up with Golden State. But if you leave a place that you feel trapped, are you supposed to go to a less talented company? I chose Fox for a reason. It was better than the other places that offered me a job leaving another place. I don't blame him going to Golden State. Should he have gone to Orlando? You'd respect him more for losing in Orlando? So Charles Barkley, who I love, was criticizing KD about this whole who's driving the bus. He's never led a championship team. I do not understand this argument at all. He won back-to-back finals MVP with the Warriors. And you're claiming he didn't drive the bus. And I just listened to all of you in the media and fans criticize Curry for those 3 years because he didn't drive the bus. Was this a self-driving Tesla bus? Who was driving the bus? Forget the Zodiac Killer and D.B. Cooper. We have a new controversy in the Bay Area. For years and years, 3 years precisely, there was a bus driving around the Warriors with no driver, endangering children. Somebody had to drive the bus. KD and Steph were the two best players. Steve Kerr, got news for you. Coaches don't drive buses. Andre Iguodala coming off the bench. You keep telling me Curry didn't drive the championships when KD was there. And now you're telling me KD didn't drive the championships when KD was there. Somebody has to drive it. I always understood the argument it was more Shaq than Kobe, more Kobe than Shaq, but at least you were acknowledging one of them drove the bus. You can't have it both ways. All you haters out there have got to acknowledge either the soul of the team for this entire dynasty has been Steph. I'm good with that. I don't agree with it, but I'm okay with it. Or you have to acknowledge that Steph in the first and the fourth championship drove it, and KD in the two middle ones drove it. But you can't tell me in that 3-year period with 2 titles, he's the MVP, he wasn't driving it, and say Curry wasn't. Teams don't drive themselves. Coaches don't drive it. Bench guys don't drive it. So I think we've gotten to a point now where we're just picking on KD. He's the only redeemable thing, in my opinion, right now in Brooklyn. That's it. You could get rid of everything. The garbage bins, the side tables, the scouting department. Just keep KD. We have a controversy on our hands. Tesla apparently created a bus that drives itself and had a championship team swerving in and out of hills all over San Francisco. There was no bus driver for 3 years, I guess. Only championship team ever. No bus driver, just flying through the playoffs, driving itself. Lord, we got to find a new guy to pick on. Our I-team here at The Herd, our investigative unit, tried to figure out Kyrie Irving's tweet yesterday. A story came out. The Nets and Kyrie were at an impasse, and he's going to put himself out to the market. There'd be some suitors. Knicks are interested. Clippers, Lakers. He went to his Twitter account and put up a picture of a character from The Wire. We tried to figure it out. We don't know what's going on. We just couldn't quite figure it out. It was a popular character coming back to Baltimore. I don't know what it means. We did have a Nets reporter on yesterday, and he talked about the Nets and Kyrie and KD, and it hasn't worked. Here he is.
It's tough because from a salary cap standpoint, if Kyrie leaves in free agency, the Nets can't just go ahead and re-sign another max player. You never really get a duo like KD and Kyrie on the same team like you have right now. And I think they really need to strike while the iron is hot. You can still re-sign them. I think if you build around the team the way it's currently constructed, talk about talent, right? You got KD, Kyrie, Ben Simmons, the all-star appearances. You got Ben Simmons with the defense. I think if they're just healthy, I don't want them to pull the plug on this experiment because you don't have an opportunity to do this again.
I'm not sure you'd want to do it again. You know what the Nets have become? That great vacation you talk about but never go on. Fantasyland. What have they given us in 3 years? 1 year was marred by injuries. Simmons, KD, and Kyrie still get injured. 1 season, a first-round exit. 1, a second-round exit. By the way, Miami will be better next year. So will Boston and the Milwaukee Bucks. Philadelphia has a chance to as Maxey ascends to stardom. What are they? They're the great vacation. Keep talking about, oh my God, your wife, your husband, you talked about it for years. You never went on it. Get in a plane and go, or I don't want to hear about it. They have nothing. Did you guys just watch the playoffs? Celtics, Warriors, Bucks. Did you watch the playoffs, anybody? Chemistry, defense, commitment, health, excellent coaching, size. Do the Nets have any of those? I've said it before. Anthony Davis would solve 2 of their 5 issues tomorrow, defense and size. Kyrie would solve a huge Laker issue or 4, shooting, point guard, ball movement. I keep hearing about what the Nets are going to be. After a while, if you keep hearing about the vacation that ever actually happens, it's fantasy land. It's not going to happen. Forget the Warriors and the Celtics. What do the Nets do better than any of the top teams that's not directly tied to Kevin Durant shooting the ball? That's not going away. I trust that part. Simmons, anybody really believe he's going to be a high-level player anymore? I don't. Kyrie, he's great, but they don't need Kyrie, a small guy who takes away shots from KD. So much of this organization has been about the future and what could happen. I'm 3 years in, and none of it has. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.